All right, hello everybody, and welcome to American 700 Pole Qualifying. Everybody, this is we are going. Myself and my partner here say hello.
Hello.
We will be covering the pole qualifying for the American 700. So let's briefly go over how this is going to work. So the top three, what we've done is we've split the group of 51 cars attempting into 3-car groups. In 5 minutes, they will have to set as many laps as they can. On that board, those drivers who set a lap will get tabulated after the 5 minutes onto an overall chart. The top 30 cars are locked into the American 700 in their starting positions. The first 3 cars on the grid are actually the first DNC cars. Now, what do you think some of the benefits? How do you think you're going to get a quick lap time around here as we're seeing Leon Campana go out?
Well, one of the things that you need is one of the things that would help you rather would be to get a small draft if it's possible to get that without being caught by the ARCSOA officials. That would be the only way you could really ensure yourself a pole position.
Well, the ARCSOA officials aren't going to really... Oh, we might get a draft here! Here we go already! The ARCSOA officials have designed this qualifying to basically minimize the draft. However, they're not going to get too picky if some drivers do draft. A lot of times these cars are not teammates. This is the only group that really has a full set of teammates going at one time. And Alex Spencer and Tim Fiegel and Leon Campana are all the DNC cars, and the main reason for this qualifying session was to cut down on cars going out and setting drafting runs. However, if they end up doing that, it's not going to be all of a terrible thing. However, right now, Tim Fiegel's going to get a quick run here, don't you think?
Yeah. DNC doesn't really do team wars a lot, so this is really shocking to see them all together. Because usually they don't do stuff like this.
And keep in mind, a lot of these teams have not been able to communicate with each other because a lot of these people didn't know who they were going to go with. However, don't know the teams that they were going to go with. But obviously, if you've got 3 cars all together from the same team, obviously there's going to be some team finagling going on to try and improve your lap times. And I think Tim Fiegel could actually be on a pole run in the first group of qualifying. Don't you believe?
It's tough to say that, but probably.
This is going to be a quick time, obviously, with a 34.5. What did his teammate Alex Spencer do? A 35.0, so it just shows how quick.
And he's gonna pass his teammate, so his teammate can get right in the lap in the draft for lap 3 of their qualifying, lap 4 of their qualifying.
Yeah, and look at Leon Campana with a 35.2. So this is kind of what we're expecting a lot of cars to be doing by themselves, but we're going to see Spencer, I think here, he's not going to get a good run on this lap, but I think next lap he's going to have a really quick run here. Alex Spencer.
Yeah.
And what have you noticed about Spencer's year so far?
Quite chaotic, more chaotic than my own.
Yeah, this is Scott Roush we're talking to, obviously. Roush, we're going to actually have to say goodbye to you at one point because you've got to qualify your car for this race.
Well, that's why I'm in my fire suit.
Yep. So we will give you some time for that. I believe we might have Noah Hart come in for that. I'm not exactly sure, though. But look at this now.
Weird.
A 34.8 for Alex Spencer there. Keep in mind, he's got to beat a 34.5. So a 34.8. What is Spencer going to do? And that's a 34.404. So this is what we're talking about. So right now, actually, Alex Spencer is going to go to the top of the board right now.
And the 3 car is the lone car out of this.
Yeah, so what they've done is this session's designed already to try and minimize this drafting. However, we're already seeing that drafting does happen.
Yeah, but this is also all teammates.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to see much of this, but in reality, Alex Spencer and Tim Fiegel might have ended up sneaking through a little bit here and kind of taking advantage of maybe a loophole in the rules here. The fact that the 3 DNC cars...
They never really stated anything about this. I don't...
So we're coming down to only about 15 seconds left to start a lap. So Spencer, remember they're
They're not
not
gonna
they're
make
going
it.
against each other, keep in mind. However, they're also going against the entire pack of cars that are coming up. So
I think I'd rather only have my teammate on my side.
so it is going to be actually yes, Spencer is going to provisional pole, it looks like. Campana's obviously going to go to third, but the only thing he can manage was a 34.230. And right there, you're just going to see the benefits of the draft right there. So let's go on to the next group. So our next three cars are three drivers from three different teams. Zayden Davidson, Zachary Fitzwater, and who was the last one? Vanderpesh, Christian Vanderpesh. So
Literally the exact opposite of the last group.
So who do you like in this group right now? Zayden Davidson's driving for Ferrari, which have proven to be very strong on the faster tracks. Ferrari's been like at Daytona, they were really strong. I believe at Euro Speedway, and
don't they have poor chassis or something?
They're not the best at turning, but this track doesn't really require that as much. You've also got Christian Vanderpesh out there, who was very strong at the start of the year, and Zachary Fitzwater's been driving for the dominant Petronas team, and Fitzwater's the first car out, as it looks like. So,
that might be his nail in the coffin right there.
Here comes, that would be Davidson coming out of the pits as well.
And we're actually going to get single car runs this time.
Yep, this is going to be single car runs, so I don't think these drivers are going to be able to go for the pole like the DNC guys kind of finagled their way.
You could tell they were confused, though. They didn't know what to do.
What? Who were confused? These drivers?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, this group of cars, obviously there was no team there was no communication between these teams to try and see who can get out there.
They didn't know what they wanted to do.
And now you're actually going to see what cars can do on their own merit here, as Vanderpesh is finally going out now. There was definitely there was definitely an effort to organize that between Spencer and Fiegel. Correct? Wouldn't you say that?
I would.
And I believe the Petronas team is already going up and protesting that. So that's going to be interesting, because there's no set rule about it.
Of course Petronas Honda do it.
Yeah, Petronas is going up and protesting that. Doesn't surprise me.
But what doesn't Petronas Honda protest, though?
Petronas tends to be one of the protest teams. As we're going to take a look here, as Fitzwater did a 34.8 on his own! Wow! 34.9 for Davidson as well, so we've got some pretty quick cars in this session. Way quicker than Campana.
They're also Australians, and Australians are historically very brave.
Yeah, well, 34.8 on his own for Fitzwater. Fitzwater could be a real threat for the win. Because think about it, there was 34.7 now.
He's still improving, and Davidson could very well improve as well.
I wouldn't surprise me. Davidson, 34.770. Davidson goes 1,000th of a second faster than Fitzwater.
I guess I was wrong in saying that.
Christian Vanderpesh on a 35.287. He's a little faster than Campana, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
So
I believe.
So actually, I don't know if that draft really the draft didn't really help the two DNC cars out well, or the DNC cars have a big problem on their hands. 34.751 now for Fitzwater. Fitzwater's improving. Fitzwater has jumped Davidson, who's only at a 7.562. Oops, didn't mean to go to that camera. 35.1 for Vanderpesh. So we're now starting to see what single car runs can do, and if I'm DNC now, I might be a little bit concerned about that.
I think you're concerned. Yeah, you are concerned already.
Either that, or Fitzwater's got a fast car.
Plus, I've experienced this in the past, that DNC isn't really the most reliable.
Yeah, you did drive a couple of years with DNC there.
And it was too many engines blown to return.
Hey, you won a race with them, though.
I also blew up an engine and threw away one with them.
Yeah. So
I'm still salty about that.
So now you've got a 34.739. Fitzwater improves with every lap.
Well, Zayden's doing so as well, but
Not on that lap. Zayden was actually a little slower. Zayden Davidson was. Here
only had
comes
20 seconds
Vanderpesh.
left.
20 seconds left. That's going to be it for his run there. 35.132 for him. I wonder if Fitz. Well, they're going to allow Fitzwater to get another lap, and they're going to allow you to finish your laps here. So, will Fitzwater get another lap? No, he will not. That's the time there. Fitzwater is going to sit on a 34.739. He directly matched it. That will be Zayden Davidson, 34.747, and finally, Zachary Fitzwater will do a 35.131. So that's it for this session here, and we will get you a full result in a minute. So our next three drivers are Benoit Lothaire-Ravine, Kenny Myatt, and Connor Monaco. Who are you looking at in this group?
For Connor Monaco to go slow.
I could see that. We saw how Zachary Fitzwater performed in one Petronas car in single lap run. What do you think Kenny Myatt's going to do in the 9?
Well, due to Kenny Myatt being on roids, I definitely think that he'll be a bit quicker.
And Connor Monaco is out on track is out on the pit road as well. We're waiting on Benoit Lothaire-Ravine to get out there. I'm wondering if you're going to see maybe a couple of these drivers maybe go out together. They are from different teams, and we saw that the Red Bull of Vanderpesh didn't qualify that well either, correct?
Well, yeah. I think that the Red Bull in this one's going to be desperate to go out with. I think he'll either end up with Myatt or Monaco.
Yeah, Connor Monaco. Oh, nope, he's going first. Benoit Lothaire-Ravine's going right away. Okay.
Oh,
I'm wondering if...
He is nicknamed the Crazy Frenchman for a reason.
Yeah, Benoit Lothaire-Ravine is currently the Rookie of the Year leader right now. Benoit Lothaire-Ravine. No, he doesn't. He is very strong right there. We're looking up. There goes Kenny Myatt. No sight of Connor Monaco leaving, so it looks like we're going to have single car runs again here. Unless if Connor Monaco goes out to somehow line up with either Benoit Lothaire-Ravine or Kenny Myatt there. I am interested to see what the 9 is going to do in comparison to the 6, because the 6 was very, very fast, if you recall.
I do.
Still no sight of Monaco leaving the pits now. I'm a little bit concerned that the Pacific Motorsports team has not gone out yet. There he goes, finally. And actually, that's going to be a good spot for him, because he might actually get some drafting help from the 9. If the 9 really motors off the corner here, the 9 could be a big benefit here. However, I think the 00 got out a little ahead of him there. Maybe with a little bit of luck for the 9. The 00 might not be up to speed, but it looks like, yeah, there's a big gap back there if you saw that little blip back there. What do you think?
What do I think of?
Well, 35.06 for Lothaire-Ravine, so he is going quite a bit faster than his teammate Vanderpesh did already on his first lap.
Yeah, I think the driver's making a difference here now. Now that I see.
Kenny Myatt goes 35.058 on his first lap, so he's not as quick as his teammate.
Well, Fitzwater is a bit more brave, like I said before.
And Myatt has 34.9 for Benoit Lothaire-Ravine, and Myatt's never actually been the strongest at Fontana either, if you recall.
I don't think he's won here.
No, he's never won at Fontana before, or at least the American 700 he's never won.
There are certain people that shouldn't have won. Cough, cough, Sean Perkins.
34.8 for Connor Monaco! Monaco's the fastest of the bunch!
I should just say that I'm going to go slow, and
Connor Monaco's the fastest of the 3 of them. They're all in the 34s, though, so that does not bode well for Leon Campana and,
yeah, no,
Christian Vanderpesh.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well for either of them.
Kenny Myatt, they're all in the 34s. I want to see how the improved 34.734 for Connor Monaco. Oh, this is going to be interesting. And Myatt has improved, but not nearly. He's still third out of this group, but there's only 2/1000ths of a second separating Lothair Irvine and Myatt. And actually, now it's 4/1000ths of a second as Lothair Irvine goes 1/1000th of a second faster that lap. What do you think the margin's going to be in this? Of who gets locked in and who doesn't?
Probably close.
I'm thinking it's going to be close.
I'm not going to give numbers, but it's going to be close.
And now you got Connor Monaco on a 714. Man, he's fast. He is fast. That Pacific Motorsports car. Keep in mind, they were nowhere last week in Portland. And it seems like maybe this type of track is their bread and butter. Only 4 seconds left. He will get to finish this lap. And that will be a up 34.713. Myatt's going to go 34.898. And I believe this will be Lothair Irvine's last lap. He's already on a 34.897. And we're going to see if he improves. No, he does not. So that is the end of this session. We will kind of tabulate who is where.
All right.
So welcome back to the next group of cars. This is Sean Arndt, Aiden Shepard, and Alex Miller. So what do we think so far with this group here?
What I think we'll see is Aiden Shepard be completely godlike.
Oops.
Compared to everyone else in this group, Aiden Shepard will be godlike.
Okay. So let's find out.
Wasn't Alex Miller's team last minute?
No, they actually attempted Monaco, but there are some more drivers on the grid. There are some more drivers for that team on the grid here, so this is going to make things very interesting. Here goes Shepard out of the pits already. We saw that Sean Ard's teammate, Connor Monaco, set some really quick times, and Aiden Shepard's one teammate, Zachary Fitzwater, set some quick times on his own. So what do you have looking forward to this session?
Ard will either he'll either go fast or
go slow. Well, isn't that every car in the field?
Yeah. I don't think he can match Connor Monaco. Connor Monaco is the fastest single car run so far. I don't think he can.
So right now, keep in mind that the DNC cars are under investigation for an illegal draft, or there's protests about that.
And I don't know about it.
I don't know. I actually think that realistically, I think that was a legal run that both Fiegel and Spencer had.
Well, there's a saying in the South. You can't break a rule that was never made.
Yeah, that rule, I think that was kind of an oversight in the ARCSOA rules here. That little draft was. Also, Aiden Shepard with a 35.1 on his first lap, but keep in mind it takes a little while to get the tire temps up here.
So, if Petronas Honda is going to ask them to investigate that, I don't see how they can win it or make something happen. I mean, they can change a rule, but they can't change it. But they can't do it now. It's kind of too late.
35.134 for Sean Ard there. We're going to take a look at Alex Miller, who, admittedly, he's coming out of the pits right now, but he doesn't look very quick.
I didn't really expect him to be quick.
Although we didn't expect Connor Monaco to be either. Aiden Shepard, 35.003. Alex Miller comes out of the pits. He's on his first hot lap. Ard...
He's in a fucking Viper, man.
You can't swear like that, Scott.
My bad.
34.999 for Ard, so he does go faster than Shepard there. Now you've got Shepard coming across 34.980. Where's that going to put Shepard about right now?
Where would the time he has now? That would put him right with the last cars that did single car runs that were in the 34s.
Well, Alex Miller right now did a 35.738. Yeah,
no, he
that
can improve. He can
improve. He can improve, but that's gonna be a big improvement he's gonna need.
I'm gonna keep optimism.
Keep optimism for the Viper. Yeah, that car's not doing very well. 34.972, so he re-jumps Ard there.
He's still last of the 34s.
A 35.5 now, so Miller did improve in the Dilpair car. I'm sorry. 34.956 for Ard. So Ard and Shepard are going back and forth for the fastest time in this session.
I'll look for where that time put Ard.
And we're hearing that there are some drivers that are trying to maybe get some deals going later on in the session for maybe some draft.
When you're going early, like these first few guys are, you can't really put something together.
I'm wondering about
right after you see DNC, you can't really put something together right away.
I'm thinking
because you're already in the car. You can't really do anything.
I'm wondering what the two Silver Speed drivers are going to do with Pericles and Monaco. I wonder if they're in the same session.
I think they're smart enough to know.
They've got to be. They're close to the same session. There's only unless if Pericles is the last car. Oh, we're done with this session, by the way. One more hot lap for everybody. This will be Miller's last hot lap, and that is a 35.569. Not good for Miller. Here comes Ard.
He beat Campana.
Oh, he beat Campana? Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
34.955 for Ard, and final lap for Aiden Shepard here. This is going to be a 34. Doesn't improve. Alright, so our next group of cars are Samet Ozkin, Tyler Thaber in the Fordale Enterprises car, and Noah Hart. Now with me in the booth, because Scott Roush had to go to qualify his car, we have Vince Freeze in the booth because he's a car 50, so you have to wait a little while, huh?
Yeah, exciting stuff so far right now. It looks like the Petronas guys are already into some controversy with Fiegel in the group. We'll see what happens, though, in this next group. Noah Hart, he's won the last two races. Could be he's been dominating this RSOA Cup, so we'll see what he can do in the Americans.
Yeah, so Noah Hart has been very strong, and what that means is we're going to have a couple of cars here. So these three cars, what do you think about the drafting that's going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Will the two-car tandem work? Will they work together in the three? Sometimes it's maybe have a little distance. Distance is a little good. Maybe like a little half straightaway on the front stretch, then brake a little bit. But not much really brake here. It's going to be pretty much full pedal to the metal. These guys are going around 215, 20 miles per hour.
We haven't actually seen speeds that quick yet. We've only seen speeds about 210 single car. Once we get into draft, we might.
Yeah, draft. Yeah, the two, like Fiegel and those guys, they probably were close to 215. But, yeah, I think 210, 212.
Oh, we got Oskin coming out of the pits.
There we go. Here comes Oskin. He's going alone.
He's going alone. But keep in mind, I don't think there's a lot of people. You've been down in the paddock area, Vince, coming up here. Have you heard that there has since the DNC cars have gone out and set a draft time that's been very quick, have you noticed that has there been a lot of talks between drivers that are close in numbers to try and see if anybody's going to draft with each other?
As of right now, we have to wait to the end. I heard a lot of people at the end looking for drafting. This next group looks like it's going to be a single car, but we got to wait to the end. Here comes another one out of the pit.
Yeah, Thaber came out there.
Yeah.
So right now, Oskin's starting his hot lap. This group took a while to get out there. Remember, they only had 5 minutes to do this. Noah Hart's still in there.
I think Noah's waiting for that perfect draft distance, or I don't know what the plan is. Maybe he's looking for more rubber on the track. This is going to be interesting.
Well, we saw that the Lothair Irvine car... Well, we saw... not Lothair Irvine, I'm sorry. Ard took a while to come out as Hart finally leaves, as we're going to take a look to see what Oskin does here. Is Oskin going to set a really quick time here?
He's just getting over 200. Looks like. Let's see.
35-3. That is not a good start for him.
No. That's going to be down there
But-
towards the bottom.
But we've seen that as they build heat into their tires, we've seen that they do go faster. Oh, Thaber and Hart are going together. This might have been planned.
Yeah, there's the plan.
Oh, Thaber and Hart. This is a genius move. Tyler Thaber, and they are going to work together. So it was only a 35-2 on the first lap, but watch these cars. They might go after Spencer and Fiegel here. Oh, so we're starting to see the drafting fun begin.
Thaber's looking to go underneath. You got to stay in line.
I'm thinking though that this still is going to be a beneficial thing for them both, though. No matter what, Thaber's going to get a big benefit from this here. I don't think
I'll take Thaber. 34.7s here. Oh, he's got to stay in line though. Let's see.
I don't know. Does he need to stay in line? Because look at how he's diving low, maybe to get air on.
Get some clean air.
This is going to be a quick time here. 34.5.
That's P2.
Still not faster than Fiegel. Hart's right now in provisional P4. But this is the drafting stuff we're talking about here. Also, let's take a look at Ozkin, 35.231. That's 1,000th of a second slower than Campana, who was the first car out in all of qualifying. And now we're going to see Spencer, and Fiegel.
This is a good distance.
Now you can't protest that if you're Petronas. 35.502. That directly ties Fiegel's time. Noah Hart provisional pole. 34.3.
That was something right there. By
Noah Hart. 34.3.
Yeah, he timed it perfectly. He got the right trap. Thaber worked with him beautifully down the back, and then the clean air on the front of the car just handled it well in the turn 3 there. And it looks like he might be trying to back that lap up with Thaber. Let's see what they
10 seconds left. If they could start the lap before the time runs out, that's going to be fine. But let's take a look. They will get one more lap here. 34.456. That is not going to be fast enough to take over second position. This is going to be Ozkin's last lap here. That is a 35.222 is his fastest, so that's his time right there. These drivers do still have one more lap under their belt here. And with Noah Hart on the provisional pole, oh boy, that was a quick time there. 34.390. We're gonna see if Thaber can get second. No, he doesn't. He's going to get third though. And with that, the session is done. All right, so this is our next group. This is Jacob Hart, Max Anderson, Scott Roush. So, Vince, you have the benefit here, bigger benefit than Scott did, of you get to see a lot more cars go out before qualifying and get time to make deals. Did you get a chance to make any deals with any cars around your area?
Actually, I don't even know who's in my group, but
I don't even know either.
If Cody is, Cody's the only one.
I think you have probably Cody's going to be in. Cody Lamas is probably going to be in there, and I think you've got a teammate with Roush Menards Racing in there. Oh, Jacob Hart's already going. Here we go.
Is he gonna fly alone? No, he might
go alone, but we saw Noah Hart slotted in exactly where he needed to get a good qualifying time there. Roush and Max Anderson are waiting. Max Anderson, of course, didn't qualify for Monaco, and I don't even think Roush did either, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't.
We'll talk to him when he gets back. He should be back not for the next session, but the following session after that, because it does take a little time to get up here. He has essentially a golf cart waiting for him. Then we'll have 3 of us on the in the booth for a little bit before then you have to go for your qualifying order. I think you might have one of your teammates with your group, though. I will take a look at that. No, not DJ. I believe you have a one-off teammate. I think you have Wolfstein von whatever his name, or
Von Schaefer.
Von Schaefer, yeah. I can't ever remember his name.
These guys are waiting.
Wow, they are waiting. Oh, there goes Anderson out of the pits.
Looks like Roush is going to.
And Scott Roush is taking his time out there. I think he's trying to time it. Exactly right. Let's see Jacob Hart. Jacob Hart did a 35-1. I do not have the sheet in front of me, but Anderson's coming out. Still no Scott Roush yet. And there's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, so Scott Roush has waited the longest out of anybody to come out of the pits.
Jacob Hart ran 2 tenths faster than Oskin in the single car stuff. So that's not that bad for a lap 1 single car run.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Oh, there goes Roush out of the pits finally, our commentary buddy.
Does he time it? Does he time it?
Oh, he might! He might!
Here comes...
Oh, he's waiting too! Scott Roush is waiting!
Roush did this perfectly.
I don't know! This might actually more benefit Anderson than anybody.
Yeah, this is going to be Anderson's benefit.
I don't know. Is that too far? That's too far.
That's way too far.
That's way too far. Oh, Roush had to back off just a little bit more. And he might have had something, but let's see what Anderson's hot lap's going to be.
That's going to be a...
35.7.
No, that's not going to do it.
That 34.9 for Jacob Hart.
That should be...
Yeah, I think with a faster car there, he might have caught Roush there. I think Roush was maybe anticipating for a little bit of a faster car there to maybe pull up on him. Actually, I'm starting to see if Jacob Hart might get a draft here off of Anderson. If Anderson keeps being slow, or do you think Anderson might be waiting on Hart here? I don't think there's a lot of time.
He's trying to trail break. I don't think it's going to work. That's too far
No,
back.
that's too far back. 35.6 for Anderson. 35.1 for Roush. That's not too bad for a first lap.
Yeah, that's about what Hart ran. These guys look like they're good.
34.9 for Jacob Hart.
I think if he had the draft, that would have been close to pole. If he had a car, it would have been close. With his brother Noah. Anderson, let's see what he can do. Here comes Roush.
Here comes Roush around. That's going to be 35.005, so he is improving.
Anderson.
45 seconds to go in the session. That's a 35.648 for Anderson.
Hart.
And a 34.986 for Jacob Hart.
Looks like lap 2 is the real. It's the real lap and real pace. The tires start just to lose a little pace on lap 3 and 4, but so far these guys have been pretty consistent with their times.
Roush is a car I'm interested in here. I think Roush might be able to... Roush has some speed and outright, but definitely not a Zachary Fitzwater or definitely a Connor Monaco who set a blistering fast time. 34.997. That's going to be... He's going to have one more lap to... They're all going to have one more hot lap left. 34.981 for Jacob Hart. 35.6. I don't think that's going to be a good time for Anderson there. No. Scott Roush now is the first car across the line for the next time by. I don't know. I don't know what the cutoff's going to be, so a 34.9 might not be good for Scott Roush here. We're going to see as he comes across the line. 34.979. He just beat... Oh, Anderson's coming into the pits. Anderson's got a problem. Jacob Hart, is he going to improve? No, he does not, so Roush actually won that session.
That's going to be close. That's borderline top 30. We're going to see right there. That's borderline. I'm going to say 34.99, 35 flat could be the cutoff. It's going to be close, though.
All right, so our next group today is Nathan Ormond, Johannes Rudavara, and Kitsune Hashimoto. Now, you weren't around when Davidson, the other Ferrari, qualified, but they weren't that slow on outright pace, Vince. What do you think about the Ferraris?
Yeah, Ferraris, they look like they seem to be very good in the handling section. I noticed in some of the other ovals we've ran this season that their handling has been top-notch. Interested, though. Let's see what their straight-line speed is. I think that's going to be key.
I think you might have gotten that backwards. Their straight-line speed's a lot better than their handling.
Oh, it's straight okay.
Yeah, I think you got that backwards. And for some reason on our board, there's a little bit of a chaos. Scott Roush is listed as the #1 car on our timing board, even though...
That was weird.
Roush is not the top board there. We will see how that goes in a second here, but maybe after this. I'm wondering if the two Ferraris are going to end up going together.
The trend is one leaves, and then another one leaves about 30 seconds later, and then another one tries to time it. Let's see if that
Or will they do what the DNCs did?
There we go.
Or will they do what... Okay, they're not doing what the DNCs did, where the DNCs went out together at the exact same time. Those two DNCs did. And I think they were trying to have the third one go out there at the same time. And we are having some scoring difficulties on our end, so I'm not sure why Scott Roush is listed as number 1, but...
Yeah, he should be behind...
He should be down in...
Behind
12th, behind Jacob Hart. And now... Oh, they're not playing it smart. They went a little early.
They're doing with the last group. I think one's going to try time. That's Ormond. Try time.
Ormond might actually go with Rudavara here, but I think he might have waited too long.
No,
Ormond waited too long, yeah. And Hashimoto went too early, so there's going to be 3 single-car runs here.
Discombobulated. That's going to be...
That's going to be...
520s.
Although, we saw that in single-car runs, because Davidson had a single-car run... He was fast. He was one of the fastest single-car runs. He was the 3rd fastest single-car run there.
They're trimmed very low on the straights, I think.
Well, they've got engine power, too. So here comes Rudavara. He was the first car on a hot lap.
This could be 35 dead here. Let's see.
34.8!
Oh.
And that's a first lap speed. That's impressive.
Ormond's getting up to speed. Here comes...
34.8. That's an impressive first lap time there. Especially considering that that Monaco had a 34.7 on his last time. Connor Monaco did. And that's going to be Kitsune Hashimoto second with a 34.9. Here comes Rudavara again with a 34.8. And he goes 34.746. So he is right now really closing into Monaco.
Almost identical to Davis. I think like a
little faster.
Yeah,
1,000th faster. 1,000th faster. Nathan Ormond 35.9. I don't think that's going to end well for him.
Yeah, anything behind Anderson, you're looking for heats here.
Yes, and right now Nathan Ormond is in a deep trouble here. 34.6 for Rudavara, or 34.728 for Rudavara that time. So he is still not the fastest. 35.797 for Ormond, and Hashimoto now 34.795 for Hashimoto the last time around. 1 minute to go in the session, and we will update the board here in a second here.
Yeah, we're still having
Hashimoto 776. That's a good time for him. Or for Kitsune Hashimoto. And now 708. So Rudavara is now the fastest of the single car run brigade. And
good in the straights, it does.
35.7. That's the slowest car so far for Nathan Ormond. And that's a Kitsune Hashimoto 34.776. Almost a full second faster than Ormond there. Almost a full second. If I'm Nathan Ormond, I'm starting to panic a little bit here, but remember the drafting races is better. 5 seconds to go, so Rudavara actually gets another lap. Ormond will not. Ormond's final time is going to be a 760, 35.760. Not good for Nathan Ormond. That's the slowest car so far.
Yeah, it's about 10th and almost a half point. Anderson, here comes. It's Hashimoto.
This is Hashimoto.
Hashimoto, let's see.
And that's going to be a 762.
Yeah.
And this is the last time for Rudavara. Rudavara already is the fastest of the single lap cars and doesn't improve. Alright, so with this group now we have Roman Rahal, Casey Nakano, who was a very late entry into this race. We don't actually know much about Casey Nakano, actually. And the last car, I forget, is Grayson Ace Vito in the Renault. And we've also got Scott Roush back. So, Scott, what do you think so far of these? Well, first off, how was your run, by the way?
It was good. It would have been great if Max Anderson was quick.
Were you trying to wait for him a little bit there?
Yes.
Why didn't
I should have gone with Jacob Hart, and that was my mistake. I'll never make that mistake ever again.
Yeah, Max Anderson was the slowest car, and then I believe we just had somebody go slower, correct?
I think so.
Looking
yes,
on the board?
Nathan Norman.
Yeah, Nathan Norman did go slower. Here goes Casey Nakano out of the pits. Does anybody know who this guy is? You guys are racers. Do you know who he is?
Some
all
Formula
I know-
4 driver or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just kind of showed up. He's driving for the Pacific Motorsports team, so I don't know.
Probably,
Sean Arden
we do know
or something.
something. We do know something then.
What?
He's from the Pacific Coast.
I don't know.
There you go.
He's from somewhere. Anyway, Grayson Ace Vito and Roman Rahal are waiting. So did you talk to Roman Rahal at all, Scott, or did you just have to get straight into your car?
I had to get straight in my car. There was no.
I think Rahal waited too long on Nakano.
I don't know.
That could
I don't
actually
know.
end up being good.
gonna be
Oh no, it's
No,
too
no,
early,
no.
too late for Rahal. Nakano's blowing by him.
Well, I did tell him something after, but
Oh, what was that?
Not gonna
tried
share.
it and it didn't.
It didn't work. Well, he might get lucky here if Ace Vito plays his cards right. 254.
Hey, Vito's got to go now. I think.
Yeah, or unless if he's trying to go with Rahal, he would have to. Nah, I don't think he's going with Rahal. There he goes. I think he waited. He waited. Nakano's already probably going by. Yeah, there goes Nakano. And there goes Rahal.
You gotta time him when he gets to turn 3. Then you
It's
go.
very
What?
hard to time this.
35.653 for Nakano, but Rahal actually might be getting a bit of draft now on Nakano.
This is a very
They've got
hard.
a straightaway there.
This is a very hard thing.
We're
to
looking
do.
on a camera here. There's Nakano and there's Rahal. Still a little too far there, but
So what I'm gonna say, what I was saying is, it's the first time we're gonna have to go through this, so it's kind of hard to time,
yeah,
especially for teams trying to tell them when to go.
34.922 for Roman Rahal. That's a pretty good first lap.
They do give them the better equipment, though.
Oh, come on. Could Roman Rahal be getting a bit of a draft off Nakano? Because Nakano's not very quick.
Well, I did
Yeah.
mention at the top of the broadcast, if you had enough distance, you could get a couple hundreds.
Because he's closing in. He's closing in. Rahal's going to go to the top of the board here in a couple laps. 34.728. He's going to draft.
He does have a draft.
Oh, Roman Rahal played that beautifully.
Yeah, he's sniffing it.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a big one.
I
down the
was
back.
going to. I told him I don't know how quick Nakano or whoever the frick that is.
Nakano. Casey Nakano might. And this actually might benefit Nakano to get him into the race, too.
I don't know. I don't think he has enough time.
Let's be close. Let's see what.
Well, we saw that Noah Hart. We saw that Noah. This might even be quicker than that. I'm thinking 34.476. That would slot him fourth on the board.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Oh yes, right here. Nakano actually could get a benefit from this.
If I'm the con, I drop in right now.
Dropping right behind him right there.
There we go. You got it.
Nakano's going to get a big benefit, I think, from this.
But now Nakano can't pass Roman.
Well, I think this is going to benefit Nakano here, because Nakano was not a car that we were thinking was going to qualify in on speed, and Nakano's going to end up quite a ways up the board because of this.
Perfect distance.
Well, you
That's
don't
gonna be
know
pretty
that
good.
yet.
35.1 for Nakano. 34.372. New pole sitter, Roman Rahal.
Top
I
of the
think that'll
board.
be his quickest lap. I don't see him running quick.
Well, so
Now,
much for
what's
slowest of the
Casey
group.
Nakano gonna do? I thought this was gonna be the slowest of the groups, but Casey Nakano by far was one of the cars that we were worried about not making it on speed, and he is losing Rahal. Oh, but Rahal's coming in!
That's
Oh, he
strategic on
just screwed Casey Nakano!
Oh, that was a strategic call.
That was
Roman.
strategic by Roman Rahal there, and a 35.134 Nakano. Oh, that's gonna stink for him. If he would have kept going, he would have definitely gotten in. 35.0. Actually, Grayson Ace Vito is quicker than Nakano right now. And that's
he
it
had
for
a
the
draft.
session right there.
Let me make a note that Grayson Ace Vito did not have draft.
Yeah, Grayson Ace Vito didn't have draft for that, so we'll take a break here quick and bring up the next group.